Perfect. Very nice. Okay. Like I said, my name is Carrie. A little bit of my background. This is my 16th year in education. I live in Lubbock, Texas, and I'm the coordinator of digital learning for Lubbock ISD. And then I do training for Fried Tech. I also do a few other training things. I've been doing ed tech training for about 8 years, and it is absolutely what I love to do. So I enjoy doing this. These are my favorite days where I get to work with teachers and hopefully provide you some resources that impact learning in the classroom. You can reach me on most social media with the hashtag @ Carrie Fulgham. Um, and my email address I will drop in there as well is carrie@fried.tech. So if you run into questions, I'm always happy to answer questions and help out if you need something. This is provided by Fried Tech, or Adobe provided it through Fried Tech, I should say. So right underneath that logo, you will see a link, and that is to the Fried Tech website where you can see all sorts of trainings. If you're looking to learn about something on your own, you can definitely pick up some extra trainings there. But keep scrolling because right under that is where you want to make sure you check in so that you'll get credit for being here from Adobe. This is an Adobe check-in. So this button right here will take you to a link that should look like this. Okay. The QR code should also take you there. So if you are watching and learning and you just want to scan that, you can do that as well. I'm going to drop that link in the chat as well so that if you need a click, that should get you there to that link. Okay. A little bit about this session while I'll let y'all check in. I'm going to do a brief overview of the Adobe Express homepage just so that if you haven't been in there and haven't seen it, you will know where all the buttons are. And then we are going to look at some unique things that Adobe Express provides to meet the needs of our multilingual learners. So we're going to look at how we can provide closed captions, how we can translate things, all within that platform. So that is the goal for today. Somebody give me a thumbs up or something to let me know if you have had time to complete your check-in there. I see David's thumbs up. I see Melissa. Looks good. Perfect. Okay, I see a few coming in, so I think we're okay. If you need me to come back, just let me know. Okay, your district is logging in through Class Link. So if you will open a new tab and go to your Class Link, you should see the Adobe icon, and that when you click on that should automatically log you in. We have had zero troubles with logins the first 2 sessions. So y'all did a great job on getting that set up. This is also how your students can log in. So your students will also be able to go through ClassLink and log into Adobe Express. I am going to also open a new tab and get logged in so that you will see what it should look like once you get there. If you've never been in, you may have to click a couple extra buttons, but this is the page we're looking for. Okay. This is your home page. Up at the top, you're going to see the Adobe icon and Adobe Express for Education. Okay. Right here, it's probably going to say hi and your name. And then under that, you see your first 3 buttons. These buttons you only have because you're an educator. If you were not an educator, you would only have 2 buttons. You would have Create and Edit. Okay, but we get an extra button called Teach. Your Create button is going to have things that you can create. If you are starting from scratch, everything's in your head, and you just want to create something, this is where you want to create. Okay, your Teach button is going to be more classroom focused. You can look for templates by subject area. You can create an assignment. So these are going to be more focused on classroom pieces. Okay. Your edit button is going to be what Adobe has always been known for, is the editing factor, right? So that's what we've always thought of from Adobe, is I can edit a PDF, right? Those pieces are in here, but take your previous thoughts on editing a PDF and expand that times 100-fold, because Adobe has also got options for removing a background. You can take objects out of pictures. You can add objects into pictures. You can combine files or combine videos. All of those editing pieces are going to be in that edit button. Okay. We're going to go down the side panel real quickly. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time here. I'm going to skip the plus sign, because if you've been with me before, you know that's my favorite button. But I'm going to go down the side. The home button is going to take you back home. Pretty self-explanatory. Your stuff, this works a lot like Google Drive, where it automatically saves the things. And so your stuff is where all your things are saved. Okay. My OCD friends out there, I love you. Thank you for not leaving me out here by myself in my OCD world. You can create folders and organize your stuff too. Okay. So it's automatically going to just save down here in your randomness, but you can create folders and organize your stuff within your stuff area. Okay. Classrooms, we're going to look at this here in just a minute, and we're actually going to create a classroom, but you can come in and create classes, create assignments, and create galleries. So that is where we'll look at doing the project pieces to give to kids. Okay. Activities is where you can search by filtering by your content area and your grade level. Keep going. Templates is going to be really broad, okay? And when you go search for a template, so let's say that we're going to do a newsletter, right? If I'm going to come over here and search, we'll do newspaper, that's fine. Okay. When you click on one, it's also going to give you more ideas underneath. Okay. So find something that is similar to what you're looking for, and then click on it and look at everything that's underneath it to see if you can get to exactly what you're wanting. You have filters on the side, so you can filter out by, I only want things that are really applicable for math, or I only want a certain style, only want abstract style of things, the type that you want. And then up across the top, you also have more explore options. So I'm just looking for photos, or I'm just looking for background images. So you've got all sorts of things in that template section. Okay, probably my favorite section. Keep going down. Learn is one of the things that I feel like Adobe does a great job of. These are how-to guides. Okay, so if you have overloaded your brain with all the things that you've learned today, and when you get back and you want to create something, you forgot some of the steps, obviously you can come back to any of these trainings, but you can also within Adobe learn on your own as well. So there are options for taking a tour, right? So that's what I'm doing with you right now. You can go watch this video. I think it's a video on this one. Yes. You can go watch this video, and then you can evaluate how well my tour was versus the one that they provide you. Don't let me know. Okay. But that learn section will give you all of those pieces so you can learn on your own if you need to find something. And then brands, some of us like to create a cute little theme for something, or we have our favorite fonts that we use all the time, or maybe you just really like certain colors. This is where you can go in and you can create a brand, and then you can apply it to everything that you create. Okay. So if you have a classroom theme and everything in your classroom this year is dinosaurs, and you want to come in here and create a brand that's got some cute little images of dinosaurs and it goes with your classroom theme, and you've got your favorite fonts, you can create that brand, and then everything that you do, you can apply that brand to, so that it will all match. Okay. live in our happy teacher world where everything is cohesive, right? Okay, any questions on the layouts there? Okay, got it. Ingrid is asking me for a code. Ingrid, can you tell me what code you're looking for? Maybe I can help you out. Okay, perfect. Good job. All right, so that was just your brief tour of Adobe Express. I am going back to the original presentation that I started on. So it is the one that I pinned in the chat. Okay, we got logged in. We took a brief little tour. Okay, if you keep scrolling down right here where it says let's get started, this is what we want to focus in on today. So I am going to copy this link and I will put it in the chat for you so that you don't have to go back and find all the things. And then I am going to open it so you can see what I see. And this is going to open another Adobe web page so that you can see that. Okay. When you scroll down, you should see cute little freckle nose in the introduction section. And give everybody just a few seconds to make sure we're all there. Okay, this is your focus for your actual session today on multilingual learners. So our goal is, first of all, to understand the importance of visuals for these kiddos. And then we are going to look at some templates and what we can do with those templates. And then we are going to use our caption and to translate these into other languages and create closed captions for our videos. And then I'll show you how to send these out through a Google Classroom or through an Adobe Express Classroom so that kids can create. Okay. So keep scrolling, and here is our rationale. A couple of things that y'all, I'm sure, know, because a lot of you stated that you work with dual language kids or multilingual kids. The more visuals that you can provide, the easier it is learning for these kiddos. Anytime they're able to connect a visual with words helps them learn a second language or develop that language skill. Videos are great, graphics are great, and then obviously the collaboration piece. So all things that I know you already know. Okay, we are going to create a gratitude journal. We're going to pretend like we're the kids for right now. Okay, so right here, this link, I'll copy this one as well. I think I copied it. Yes. I'm going to paste it over here. This link is going to take us to a template. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open that. And while you're opening that, just note, I can get there from my Adobe Express dashboard, right? This is just, here's the template so you don't have to go search for it. These templates are all within that dashboard, okay? All right. Notice over here on the right, what happened? It gave us what? Does anybody see that? It gave us that learn piece. So if you are just getting started in Adobe Express, know that not only do you have the option of learn from your dashboard where you can go look up stuff and how to do stuff, but when you use some of these templates, it is also going to give you a section over here that walks you through how to manipulate these. The kids will also get these, okay? So this is a great way for your kids to get in and have some creativity time where they get to experience things and figure things out as they go. All right. Inside of Adobe Express, everything is clickable, everything is editable, okay? So I'm going to start clicking. I love that we're going to do a grateful piece, so I'm going to leave that. I'm going to change this right here because I'm not Sasha. So when I click on this text over here on the left, it's going to pop up fonts that I can change it to. It's going to pop up the size. It's going to pop up different things I can do to the fonts. But all I really want to do is just change the name. So I'm just going to start typing in here and change that to Carrie. Today is Friday. Please don't make it Tuesday again. We already did Tuesday this week. So we are going to go for Friday, September the 26th. Okay, so easily changed fonts. This is kind of small. So if I wanted to, I can grab it here and I can just pull it open and make it bigger. Or I can also, I'll grab this one, come over to this right here, and I can make it bigger here or with my clickers, okay? You see how it went behind my sticky note there? This little panel here, you see this? Oh, hand is white, so it might blend in a little bit. Lets me move these pieces so I can move it up. Where did it go? There it is. And put it up in front of things so that it's on top. Okay, so if I get it up here, there we go. Now it's on top of that pink sticky note so that it's not behind it. So easily able to reorganize things and stick them on top. And I like that you have the visual of it. So you don't have to go click on it and hit order and try to get it to go front back. Okay. Things I'm grateful for. I am grateful for, let's go with my health, my family, my dog, but this isn't what my dog looks like, so I may have to go look for a new dog picture here in a second. I do like to read, but probably not under a tree. Reading. Outside. And let's go with, instead of my teacher, we'll go with my friends. And I am not going to name any of them. So I'm just going to delete that part. Okay. So super easy, just go in and change text, right? But some of these don't match anymore. So think about your kids. If you give them this template and they're going to go in and make it for themselves, right? They may do the same thing I did. They're going to go change the words. Oh, my dog's name isn't Murphy either. Let's make this my dog, okay? They're going to go in and change the words. But then they also need to change the images, right? So when I click on this, I don't play pickleball or tennis. So this one isn't going to work for me, right? So instead of that, I'm going to come over here to media and I'm going to go to photos and look for a basketball because I would rather play basketball than tennis. And let's grab that one. There we go. So I can drop my basketball in there. I don't know if you noticed it, but what happened with my basketball? It's got what behind it? Did anybody notice? You see that white box behind my basketball? I don't want that white box behind my basketball. So I'm going to click on that. And when you click on an image over here on the side, you get remove background as an option. So I'm going to click on that and see if we can remove that white background and just get that basketball by itself. And that might take just a second. While it's doing that, I'm going to give you a minute. I want you to play around. Play with your fonts for a second. Add in some pictures. Come over here to media. Add in pictures. Add in text if you need to. Create you something because we're going to keep moving forward and show you what we can do with this as far as the language component next. I am going to pull up another picture so I can show you another one. and give you about 2 minutes. No, that's not very much time. Okay, did everybody get to play for a minute? Okay, so one of the things that I can do, like this dog I said isn't my dog, right? So I'm going to hit replace and I'm going to get all sorts of options here. I can go from Google Drive, I can look through photos, I can go from my brands if I have logos in there. But I can also upload a picture. So I just downloaded a picture of my dog, I think. Where did it go? It may not have even gotten there yet. But I could upload that picture here, and then I could replace the background if I wanted to, all of those different editing features. Okay, now let's take that one step further. So one of the things that we really want to do when we have kids that are learning a new language or that are trying to communicate in a different language, right? We want to hear them talk. So when I am in here, right, I'm going to come over to media again. I'm going to switch all the way over here to videos and audio. Okay, and I'm going to show you two of these. The first one I'm going to show you is a record voiceover. So I think this is a great option for kids that don't maybe feel comfortable with recording themselves. Maybe they don't like their face in the camera. Maybe they're just not very confident in that. But this gives them the option of just recording their voice. So I'm going to do a voiceover. Hit start recording. It'll give me a countdown. Hi, my name's Carrie, and this is my gratitude journal. I am so thankful for my friends and my family and my health. And you get the idea. I don't want to do a very long recording because then we'll have to wait forever for it to upload. But notice down here at the bottom, so it's enhancing. It's going to cut out background noise. So if you're doing this in a classroom, it's okay because it's going to cut out the background noise. Okay. And then down here at the bottom, it's going to give you the layering effect. So if you've ever used something like iMovie or you've used something like WeVideo, it's going to do that same layering component where you're used to. And my voiceover is longer than my picture, right? So right now, it's giving me blank picture while I continue to talk. So I'm going to grab that picture that I created, and all I have to do is drag it, and I can make it match the same length as my voice. Okay, and then I don't need this one. So I could come over here, go to my little three dots, and delete that blank page. I don't need that anymore. Okay, so this created video basically. I've got a voiceover and my picture. So if I come over here and hit play, I can preview it. So you can see that it plays like a video. Okay. Another thing that you can do is they can also use a character. So I've showed this in both of my other sessions, but I think it's one of the biggest pieces that Adobe Express provides. So under videos, still in media, videos, animate characters. Okay, absolutely love this. It's going to pull up a whole bunch of characters here. Pick one, right? Or if you want a picture of yourself, you can put a picture of yourself and just grab a mouth and put the mouth on top of it. Let me show you what this is going to do. I'm going to pick a character. Let's just pick I did this guy last time. Let's go with a fun one. We're going to be Nanette. Sure. Okay. I can change the background. I've already got my background and it's all about me, so I'm just going to go with a transparent background here. But I could put myself in a gaming chair, or I could put myself by the fence, whatever I wanted to do. I've done one before where we used the schoolhouse, I think this one, and had the little character walk down the hallways. Super fun. Okay. Um, and then once you pick out your character, you're just going to hit record. Hi, my name's Carrie, and I love to go outside and play a bunch of sports. Okay. And then it's going to take just a few seconds. It feels a lot longer when I'm sitting here talking to you, but it really doesn't take that long. Um, and then once it uploads, your little character is actually going to talk. So while that's uploading, one of the things that I've showed is you grab one of those that just says mouth. It's just like a straight line, or it's got like some cute little mouths in there too. But if you grab one of those, then you can put it on anything, right? So I've used this in a math classroom and had them grab a mouth and put it on a triangle and tell me all the attributes of a triangle, right? You could do this in history class and have them bring in a picture of a historical figure, add a mouth to it, and tell us all about this historical figure from first person, right? Super fun idea of a way that kids can engage with content. Yes, I loved it. Little talking figures. And then we had like this whole, what's it called? I'll show you in a second. I just went blank on the name. Gallery of different geometric figures and all of their attributes with the kids talking and the little mouths moving. It was super cute. Okay, once you're done there, okay, it's going to add that to our picture. I'm going to hit X and I'm hoping that it loaded it. Okay, there it is. So once it adds it to our picture, then it's editable. I can make her small. Notice when I click on her, she plays. Put her where I want her, right? And hit play. Okay, now notice what I've done though. Down here at the bottom, I've got multiple layers, right? So this isn't going to work very well because both of these are going to try to talk on top of each other. But I did want you to see both of the options. Okay, so if I hit this, I love that the little character like uses her arms and she talks just like I do. So I didn't tell her to do that, but she does. Okay, so once you've done that, I'm going to take her out. I just wanted you to see her so that I just have a double layer here so that it doesn't take as long. But let's say we've created this, we've got our little creation made, we've got a voiceover or a character or something added. We're going to download it. So I'm going to download this file. Because once we download this, it's taking a little longer than normal because that's what it does when you present. It likes to keep you on your toes. Okay. But while that is doing that, I'm going to come back here just so you can see it. So after we download, we're going to add captions and translate. Okay. This little video here will walk you through this as well. It's going to start you from downloading your video. Okay. And then once you download your video, let's see if we got it. Nope, they're still going. I'll just let you watch this so you can see it here in a second. But download your video, and then it is going to give you the option to add captions, okay? And then once you've added those captions, it will let you change the fonts, move them around. So unlike a lot of platforms where you can go hit add closed captions, right? And then it puts the fonts all across the bottom of your screen where you already had some important information at or whatever. This gives you the captions in text boxes that you can move around, so they don't have to be stagnant where the captions usually typically are. Let's see if we got there. I keep trying. It is still taking longer. Okay. So let's watch this real quick because this is only 1 minute. Tell me if you can hear this, okay? I hope you can. Can we hear? We're not hearing it, Ela. Thank you for the response. Okay, so what it just said is we're going to download it. And then after we've downloaded it, we went to our home screen and looked for quick actions and caption video. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through that in just a second. And then we're going to upload our video. If my video would download, we would be in good shape. So once you get it downloaded and you bring it into that captions box, it's going to give you this screen here. So every one of these will have a little box that you're able to choose your style, customize your colors, all the things. You can also edit the captions. So if they get it wrong, right, then you can change the wording here. And then you're able to move them around. So notice that this puts it right here in the middle, and that's probably not going to be the most effective. You see how we moved it and changed all the colors? So that will allow you to do that. Okay, let's see if maybe I might just try it again. Let's see if, you know, all the techie people tell you not to keep clicking. I'm the person they're talking to. Okay, so we're going to not wait on that. We're going to come over here to our quick actions. So I'm going, after you've downloaded, so pretend like that's in your downloaded files, right? We're going to go into our home screen. We're going to go to quick actions. So the plus sign, quick actions. And then we're going to go to captions. Generate. I missed it somewhere. We'll just type it so that you can see. There we go. Caption video. Okay. Here's where we would bring it in if it had downloaded. Oh, look. Maybe it did. Nope. That is from maybe. We're going to try. Let's see. I don't know what this is. So, oh, it's a video of myself. So that is not going to be the same. And I don't know what we're recording here. But it will bring the video in, and then it will give you those captions. Okay. Once you have the captions in there, then you'll be able to edit them over on your side panel. Okay. And move them around. Now, once you get that done, okay, so that's a huge thing for your multilingual learners. You can go in, take a video. It doesn't have to be one you created here. You can bring any video in, add those captions, move them around, edit them, all the things, okay? Once you've done that, then the next thing that you can do is anything that you have within your Adobe Express, you will see this translate button, okay? So right here, I'm going to click on that, and I want you to notice that if I open a screen over here, and what does it say? Select one or more languages. You don't have to take one document and translate it and then go back to the document and translate it again if you need it in multiple languages. I know I have campuses that we have a Spanish immersion course, and we also have a Chinese immersion course, and they're doing both languages at the same campus. So I may need both of those. So I can click on Spanish, I can click on Japanese, I can come down and click on, I don't know, let's pick a fun one. Let's pick Dutch. Okay, and hit translate. What it's going to do is it's going to take my document and it's going to make a copy in Spanish, and it's going to make a copy in Japanese, and it's going to make a copy in Dutch, and it's going to give me all of those, the original plus the Spanish plus the Japanese and the Dutch. Okay, looky there. So we have, it gave me 2 pages because there was a second page that I didn't add anything to. But I have my original here. My Spanish, notice that it also gave me the title that it's in Spanish, my Japanese, and my Dutch. Okay, so I love that it didn't change my name because that's not a word that it was looking for to change. Okay, but it changed everything else. So it's changed my health. I'm sorry I don't speak all these languages, so I can't help you with that, if it's right or not. But it changed all of those. And then I can select what I want. So if I want just this one and I want to get a link for it, I can come up here to share and I can grab a link for just that page. Or if I want to assign that one page, I can go up here and assign that one page to who it needs to go to. And then I can come up and click a different one. Oh, does Adobe translate to? I don't know, but we can definitely look. Okay. So multiple translations all at the same time. Let's go see. Translate. Let's look at what we've got here. Oh, I love this too. You can also choose the tone. Okay. Do I want it formal or informal, or just keep what it currently looks like? Okay. Can I search? Looky there. Yay! So yes, the answer to your question. Okay, I just searched it. I didn't scroll through all of them. All right. Any questions on those pieces yet? I want to give you a couple of minutes to play around and look at all of those things before we go into the classroom piece, which will only take me a couple minutes as well because we have about 9 minutes left. And I'm going to see if I can get this to download real quick while I give you, let's go with 2 minutes to play so that you can go in and look at all those translate pieces. And maybe yours is downloading. Maybe? Yay, it downloaded. Okay. I want to show you this real quick, and then we'll show the classroom, and then we'll wrap up, okay? So I finally got it to download. I'm going to go into my thing just because I want you to see it in case you haven't been able to do it. We're going to go into your plus sign, quick actions, and then we want to caption a video. Okay, right here, since I finally got that to download, we're going to click that, and it's going to bring my little video in. Shouldn't take very long. It's going to upload and give me those captions. And I want you to see how we can move those around and edit them if needed. Okay, I'm going to let that load so you can see Classroom, okay? While that's loading, just watch for a second so I can show you this Classroom. Over on the side, remember we looked at it earlier, there's a button that says Classrooms. Super easy to create a class. So you can just click Create Class here, name your class, Johnston County. There we go. And select your subject, not English. Select your grade level, and you can add a class period. You can also add a code teacher. Hit save. It's going to give us a code and a link to let kids join, but it's also going to let us bring in a Google Classroom. So if you're using Google Classroom, you can import that already so your kids will already be connected. Inside of this, everything you create gives you the option to, it's just still loading, but it gives you the option to assign it and then just pick the class that you want to assign it to. And a gallery will give kids the option of seeing each other's work. So if you assign it as a gallery project, then kids can see each other's work. This is great for like the example I gave you of the geometry shapes where they're all talking and telling the attributes, or a book talk where you're each giving reviews of books or something like that. A gallery is really fun for that. All right, so that's your Google Classroom. This is, of course, going to take just enough time to load, and then you'll see those captions where we can move them around. While we're still waiting on that, I'm going to go ahead and give you the link to get credit from Adobe for this session. Hopefully this one will work for you. I think you have to be logged into your district account in Chrome for it to recognize you because it is specific for your district. So this is the page that you should be looking at, and that once you get it completed, Adobe will send you a certificate saying that you've completed this training. And then if you would like to give me feedback, this is the evaluation from Fried Tech. I would appreciate any feedback that you would like to give me. Anything that you liked about the session, things that you felt like could change besides our loading taking longer than I wanted it to. I would appreciate that feedback as well. And hopefully these captions work here in just a second while y'all are getting that feedback. Oh, looky there. They did. So while you're filling that out, because I don't want to keep you late, notice that it picked up what I said, but it spelled my name wrong, right? So I'm going to change that to spell my name correctly. And then I would like for this to be in a black outline there. And I want it to move. So I could move it. There we go. And then once I'm done, all I have to do is do that open in editor. And I don't know the answer to the attendance for kick-up question. David, do you mind answering that one?
Yeah, as soon as you're done, I'll post the code
Perfect.
on the screen.
All right. And then once you're done with that, you take it into Editor, and that is where you can assign it to the kids. So I hope that you picked up some of those things, even though we got stuck on waiting on a few of these. If you have questions, I'm going to stick around. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer them. Make sure you do the survey for Adobe so that you can get your session credit there. And then if you would like to give me feedback, I would love that on the Fried Tech evaluation one. And then David just posted the code for Kickup in there so that you can make sure you get your credit for, is that for the whole day, David, or for each session?
So each session has their own code. That is for this one. If anybody missed a code, all you have to do is email myself or Michelle or both. And we will make sure to check that you're there and find the code. I know that we had, lots of sessions and different presenters from all over the place, and sometimes codes got shared and didn't. And, we have attendance records, and we can, just email us and we'll look in there. I'll fire it off to you so you can put it in.
Perfect. And I have attendance records from all the Adobe ones that I'm sending you. So
thank you.
Of course. Thank y'all so much for spending your afternoon with me. I hope you learned something that'll be fun in your classroom, or that you can use in your prep.
Definitely look into the Animate audio, if nothing else. I'm not even kidding. I was in a huge room with lots of participants at ISTE not 2 years ago. So it could have even gotten better. I had people all talking into their phones, animating their characters. And when we were done, it didn't matter. It cut out the background noise. Like, you can totally use it in your class with all your kids working at the same time. It worked, not just worked, it worked like twice as good as I thought it would.
Yay. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Eli. Oh, thank you, Melissa. I'm glad. I love to hear the way that people use Adobe in their classroom. So neat.
And I'm just thankful that you have, there's so many things that Adobe can do, and that we were able to get you here for 3 sessions, but in particularly this one, oftentimes you have people with specialized roles who come and hope they can find something for their role, or say, oh, that's for me, but one that was laid out to be able to say, I know these things I'm going to show are going to be useful to you. So
I think one of the key features that I love about Adobe Express is the translate tool and how you can do multiple languages at the same time. And it does a really good job. I also love the captions and that they're editable and you can move them around. I think those are huge features.
yeah, absolutely. Captions these days seem almost mandatory with everything on social media. Like, so many people look through social media things without sound off, in a public place. And so if people don't have captions, they're like, well, I might like to see that video, but I can't. So they move on. So just not, people are just, the students are used to them. So to be able to have them there, they're like, oh yeah, this is part of my world.
Great.
Well, there you go. See? Some people prefer it. So.
Yes.
Yay for the captions.
For sure. Thank y'all so much. I hope you've had a great day. And enjoy your weekend. It's Friday.
Yes. A weekend full of rain, but a weekend nonetheless. So I'm going to be submitting all of my last couple ones in ties and start working on my ISTE submissions this weekend, since it's not really going to want to go out much.
I have ISTE submissions on my to-do list this weekend too.
Yeah.